Hello, and welcome to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, where we are reading through the book of Genesis. And today we will be reading the 49th chapter of Genesis in the NLT version. So without any further ado, let's start reading. Jacob's last word to his son. Then Jacob called together all his sons and said, "Gather around me, and I will tell you what will happen to each of you in the days to come. Come and listen, you sons of Jacob. Listen to Israel, your father. Reuben, you are my firstborn, my strength, the child of my vigorous youth. You are first in rank and first in power. But you are as unruly as a flood, and you will be first no longer. For you went to bed with my wife, and you defiled my marriage couch. Simeon and Levi are two of a kind. Their weapons are instruments of violence. May I never join in their meetings. May I never be a party to their plans. For in their anger they murder men, and they cripple oxen just for sport. A curse on their anger, for it is fierce. A curse on their wrath, for it is cruel. I will scatter them among the descendants of Jacob. I will disperse them throughout Israel. Judah, your brothers will praise you. You will grasp your enemies by the neck, and your relative will bow before you. Judah, my son, is a young lion that has finished eating its prey. Like a lion, he crouches and lies down, like a lioness who dares to rouse him. The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from his descendants, until the coming of the one whom it belongs, the one whom all nations will honor. He ties his foal to a grapevine, the coat of his donkey to a choice wine. He washes his clothes in wine, his robe in the blood of grapes. His eyes are darker than wine, and his teeth are whiter than milk. Zebulun will settle by the seashore and will be a harbor for ships. His borders will extend to Sidon. Issachar is a sturdy donkey resting between two saddle packs. When he sees how good the countryside is and how pleasant the land, he will bend his shoulder to the load and submit himself to hard labor. Dan will govern his people like any other tribe in Israel. Dan will be a snake beside the road, a poisonous viper along the path that bites the horse's hooves so its rider is thrown off. I trust in you for salvation, O God. Gad will be attacked by marauding bands, and he will attack them when they retreat. Asher will dine on rich food and produce food for the kings. Naphtali is a doe set free that bears beautiful fawns. Joseph is the foal of a wild donkey, the foal of a wild donkey at a spring, one of the wild donkeys on the ridge. Archers attack him savagely. They shoot at him and harass him, but his bow remained taut, and his arms were strengthened by the hands of the mighty one of Jacob, by the shepherd, the rock of Israel. May the God of your fathers help you. May the Almighty bless you with the blessings of the heavens above, and blessings of the watery depths below, and blessings of the breast and womb. May my fatherly blessings on you surpass the blessings of my ancestors, reaching to the heights of the eternal hills. May these blessings rest on the head of Joseph, who is a price among his brothers. Benjamin is a ravenous wolf, devouring his enemies in the morning and dividing his plunder in the evening. These are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is what their father said as he told his sons goodbye. He blessed each one with an appropriate message. Jacob's death and burial. Then Jacob instructed them, "Soon I will die and join my ancestors. Bury me with my father and grandfather in the cave in the field of Ephron the Hittite. This is the cave in the field of Machpelah near Mamre in Canaan. that Abraham bought from Ephron the Hittite as a permanent burial site. There Abraham and his wife Sarah are buried. There Isaac and his wife Rebekah are buried. And there I buried Leah. It is the plot of land and the cave that my grandfather Abraham bought from the Hittites. Jacob had finished this charge to his sons. He drew his feet into the bed, breathed his last, and joined his ancestors in death. And that concludes the reading of Genesis 49 in the NLT version. I can say that he knew every one of his sons, and he could describe their character perfectly. Usually parents are like that. They know their children. They know what they're up to. They hear things. You may think that they don't know, but they know. Or they suspect because they know your character as you grew up in the house and what you did, and some things that you do and you get in trouble. Your parents know you. The thing about today is that some parents, they're not honest about their children. And their children can be very devilish. And then when they get in trouble, they're so sweet and they help out the community and they never done anybody wrong. They don't do no wrong, but they gotten into all kind of trouble, and done things all along the way. Now they might have been sweet when they were young, but as they grew older, they began to get in trouble. But I see a lot of times on TV after people have been arrested, they didn't cause anybody any harm. And then, when you hear their police record, it's a mile long. So I can say that people do know their children, but I'm trying to just figure out, God, tell me what you want me to see in this. I will say he was honest to his children, and that is called for today, that we be honest to our children, let them know the truth, let them know we know who they are, and let them know that they can come to us. And then take it to the Lord in prayer. The ones that are having trouble, even the ones that are good, take it to the Lord in prayer, because sometimes we can't tell our children how to behave. When they get grown, you can't tell them how to behave, and you may try, but they're not going to listen to us. Sometimes they'll listen to someone outside the family before they will their own people. And so we just have to take it to the Lord in prayer. I'm going to leave it right there, but I want you to remember one thing, that God works out all things for the good of those that love him and are called according to his purpose, and he works all things out for his glory. So with that being said, thank you for listening to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, and have a blessed day. Bye.